Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Susan, and today I want to share with you on how to actually make this beautiful butterfly dress with an inbuilt collar. If this sounds like what you like to learn, stay on the line while we get started. Actually using Ankara to recreate this style. I'm using about 4 yards of Ankara. So that's it. So I've gone ahead to fold this fabric into 4, which you should do same too. So these are the measurements you are going to be taking. You're going to be taking the shoulder measurement, the neck, and also where we want this butterfly to start. So I'm using neck width of 3.5 inches. I'm going to take a shoulder measurement of 7 inches. Shoulder divided by 2, that's 7. So I added it there. Then from there I'm going to determine how I want the butterfly to be. So exactly where I have that point, that is where I'm going to make it to be. So you can see altogether everything is 18 from the neck region. So actually what I'm going to do, I'm going to use that point where you have those lines, that part where you have the line, that is where I'm going to be using to add the collar at the middle. So that's why I kept that line there. So at the end of every day, that side is going to be the collar, because that's, I have just 4 yards of this Ankara. If I add more yards, that part I'll just leave everything like that and it will fall. You get me? So it's because I do not have, that's why I'm going to cut it from there, so we could actually have the style that we are recreating. So for the neck depth for the back, I'm actually using 1 inch for the back. Remember, I'm cutting both the front and the back together. Then the neck depth for the front is going to be about 7 inches, but I'll first take 3 inches first, then later I'm going to increase it to that 7 inches. So that's it. So I'm just going to go ahead now to cuff it this way, and I'm going to make just a circle neckline, round neckline first. So that's for the back, round neckline for the back, and also I'm going to do it same for the front. So I'll go ahead now to cut it, and when I was done, I'm going to go ahead now to, this is 4, you can see this is 4, so one is going to be for the front and one side is going to be for the back. So before I do that, let me go ahead now to cut. The reason why I'm cutting this part out is because I want to use that particular part to complete for the collar for the front. You get me? And there is going to be a slit, so that's the style actually. So that's what you can see. This is all the fabric that I have, so I just have to cut that part out. So but if you have enough fabric, like maybe 5 yards, you can actually make do of everything. Yes, so this is it guys, this is it when I was done cutting. So that's how you're going to be using it, just that way. So right now I just want to confirm what I have here. Okay, so we are still going to fold it. So after that, I'm just going to separate the front from the back, just that way, so we can be able to cut the front neckline very well. So that's it. So when I was done, this is me just trying to arrange it so there will be no mistake while we are cutting it. So when I was done, I'm just going to go ahead now to cut the front and the back. So what I'm going to determine how I want it to be. So I already said I'm going to be using 7 inches because I don't want it so deep, and I also want it to be able to pass the neckline, as there is not going to be a zipper on this dress. So you should put that into consideration. So that's it. So after cutting it out the front, I actually went ahead to mark where the midpoint is actually starting, where the demarcation of the shoulders from the back and the front, which is what you have there. So after that, I'm going to cut out 2 inches out of this, the front part. I'm going to cut out 2 inches out of it. So these 2 inches, I'm going to cut it till the down part. I'm going to cut it till the down. You can see I'm doing it. I'm going to cut it to the down. I'm just marking it so it will be easy for me to cut. So after that, I'm going to measure the neckline that I want to use, which is 7 inches. So I'm just going to mark that 7 inches over there. Mark the 7 inches over there. It's going to be a V neckline. It's V neckline. So from that midpoint, I'm just going to go ahead now to, you can see. So after that, I'm just going to cut it out. So after cutting it out, I'm also going to cut this other part out also. So right now, I'm just going to go ahead now to use that ruler to actually blend that place. You can see, so it will be easy for me to actually attach the collar. So I'm just trimming it this way so there will be no puff out or something. So that's it. So when I was done, this is what we have, guys. Right now I'm going to notch the midpoint of this dress at the back. So after I notch the midpoint, I'm going to go ahead now to measure round to see what we have, so I'll know exactly what to cut out. So this is me just measuring it out. So after I measure it out, I'll go ahead and use one part of that part that we cut out, which was 5 inches. So that's what's the 5 inches that I'm going to use. Remember, we cut out 2 inches. So right now I'm using 5 inches. So by the time I use half inch to sew on both sides, it will be that 4 inches that will be left. So that's it. I've gone ahead to add paper stay to it. So I've added paper stay to it, and right now how we are going to do, we are going to measure around how you want the neck to be, like from the back to the front. I'm going to measure how you want it to be. So to make it very easier for me, I'm just going to go ahead now to measure this on the body of the dress. So this is me just measuring it, so that part where we stopped, where we took our neckline for the back. So after I measured everything, what I have was about 11 inches. So I'm going to use 11 inches, 11.5 inches. That's what I'm going to use. So I'm going to just mark 11.5 inches. Remember, after I did this, I just put it on my neck to make sure it will pass, and it actually passed. So that 11.5 is actually okay for me. So after that, remember, it's 5 inches. So we are going to use half on the other part. We're going to use half on the other part, half on each part. So 2.5 on this side and 2.5 on the other side. So this is me just going ahead. After I left where our head is going to pass, I'm just going to go ahead and measure that round 2.5 2.05 down till we get to the slit. You know it's going to have a slit, so you can determine how you want your slit to be. So this particular one, I want the slit from down. I'm going to take about 20 inches. You can see 20 inches. So it's going to start from that 20 inches. So our stitch are going to stop at that point. That's where I'm going to stitch and stop. You get me? So I'll just go ahead to the machine. I'll stitch this middle, I'll stitch it, and I'll stop at this point. So when I was done stitching it, this is what we have, guys. You can see this is what we have. I'll go over to my ironing board right now, and I'm going to iron it. So when I'm done ironing it, I will show you guys. So this is it when I'm done. You can see how it is. The neck is not that wide. The horn of the dress does not really have that big head, so this is going to pass through. So I've ironed everything. You can see I've ironed it to the down part where we have the slit. I had to push it to the other side and iron it, and also shift it to this other side and iron it. So I notched the midpoint of the dress. So right now I'm going to bring the collar right now, and I'm going to go ahead and fix it. I'm going to fix it on the right side of the dress. So the right side, I'm going to fix it that way. I'll stitch it over to the other side from the midpoint, and I'll also stitch it over to the other side from the midpoint. Remember, I measured it. So after measuring it, I knew what I cut. So you should measure your own. So when I was done attaching it, this is what we have, guys. I'm going to turn it to the front, and I'm going to iron it very well. So after that, I'm just going to check if the lines are equal, like are they equal, the sides. If they are equal, then it's fine. If they are not, you can trim off the excess. So after that, I'm just going to take our shoulder to our bust point, because we are going to be needing the bust point measurement. So guys, I would like to take this medium to thank my subscribers. Thank you so much guys for always coming up. Thank you so much for always watching. Thank you so much for always coming back. I really do appreciate. And if you are new to my channel, please go ahead to subscribe and turn on the notification button. Please like this video, and you will not regret you did so. Thank you. So this is me taking the hip measurement, like the shoulder to the hip and shoulder to the waist. So these are where we are going to be inputting our measurements. So right now I'm going to take you can see it's long, right? So this is how it is. This is how it's going to become butterfly. So I'm going to take a bust point, a bust measurement divided by 4. Whatever I have, I'm going to add it there, and I'm going to shade the excessive, like, so our bust is actually, let's say 35. Bust is 35. So we are going, so 35 divided by 2, that's actually 17.05. So after I am going to divide it, so I'm going to have, what I have here is actually more than that. So I'm going to shade, this is what I have, 17.5. So the remaining what I have, I'm going to shade them equally. So that's it. So I'm going to share it equally to that part. So at the end of the day, I'm going to make sure that what I have there is actually 17.05, which is our waist divided by, which is our bust point, beg your pardon, this is our bust point divided by our bust circumference divided by 2. I'll repeat the same process for the waist actually. So our waist is actually 30. 30 divided by 2 is 15. So what we need is 15. So the rest will go for the butterfly. So that is it. So I'm going to make sure that what I have is 15, and the excess what I have here is going to be, what I have here is actually about 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16. So what I'm going to have here is going to be 8 inches on this other side and 8 inches on the other side. So when I'm done making sure that I have that 8 inches on the other side and 8 inches on this, I also confirm that what I have here is 15 inches, and that's fine. So that means we are correct. So we repeat the same process for the hip measurement. We repeat the same for the hip measurement. So whatever we have here, we are going to divide it into 2. Our hip measurement divided by 2, and the excesses we are going to go ahead now to share it evenly on the both side. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 1 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14, which is 8. So we are going to have, also we are going to have 8 here, and we are going to have 8 on the other end. Whatever it is, you're going to have, okay, it's not 8, that's 7. So you're going to have 7 on this side and 7 on the other side. So at the end of the day, you're going to check what you have, if they are corresponding, and yes, they are corresponding. So what we have at this hip measurement, because of the type of dress, you're going to take it down to the hem line. You're going to take it down to the hem line. But you also know that this is a butterfly, there is no bust here, so we cannot leave it at the exact measurement. So what we are going to do, we are going to be adding 1 inch on both sides. We're going to be adding 1 inch on both sides. I'll add 1 inch here, add 1 inch on the other side, and on the hip we are going to add 1 inch. So you're going to be having 1 inch, so that's like 4 inches extra on both sides, because they are double, like 1 1 2 3 4. So that's like 4 inches on both sides. So after that, I'm just going to go ahead now to connect them together. I'm going to go ahead to connect the lines together. Just know that if you want your butterfly to be bigger, like longer, you're going to be needing to use the all the fabric. Like, you don't need to cut anything out, so you should have enough fabric. You get me? You should have enough fabric. So but some people actually like it the short, anyhow you want it is all right. So now what we have at that hip, that's exactly what we are going to input at the M part. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to measure what we have from there, and I'm going to go ahead and input it at the M line. I'm going to go ahead and input it at the M line of both sides. So I'll just input it this way. I input it on all parts, and that's going to be what we are going to have. Even if there is a slit, you still need it to be free for you to work. But the slit is actually not compulsory. You can decide not to put the slit. So if you don't want to put the slit, that means that part where we stitch the collar, you're not going to measure any 20. You're just going to stitch it throughout. Then the dress will actually be covered without the slit. So it's just the same process, just that I stopped halfway while I was doing the collar. But if you don't want a slit, you just make it straight. You get me? So that's it. So we are done with this. I'll just go over to the machine and I will stitch that part. I'll stitch it on top just like that. You can see that's exactly what I'm going to do. When I'm done stitching it, I'm just going to go ahead and show you guys how it is. You can see. So now the next thing that is remaining is just for us to fold the sides. So we are just going to fold the side. It's very simple. Just going to fold it. You know the fabric is not big, so we are going to use small thing to just fold it. If you are using your English mouth, you just fold it once and that will be all. So I'm just going to fold it with small something, just about 1/4 of an inch. Then I'm going to go ahead now and I'll fold it up to this part. This is how we are folding it to the end. Then on this other side, at the down part, you're going to trim the excesses if you have any. Then you're going to fold it. I'm going to fold it by 2 inches that I added. I'll fold one first, then I'll fold the next one. So when I was done, this is it, guys. This is how it came out. It came out so beautiful. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Please subscribe, do turn on the notification button, and guys, I do share weekly tutorials. Please go ahead and subscribe, join the community. If you have any question, just ask me on the comment section and I'll reply you. Thank you so much for always sticking by.